guys, welcome back to another video. It has been very long since I sat down and filmed a video for you guys, but I'm back filming and I'm super excited. Today's video is going to be 9 ways to stay focused while dating, and I feel like this is an important video that I wanted to film for you guys because I know that we are all in the process of dating. Some of us might be in relationships, some of us might be in the process of dating. So for those that are in the process of dating, I think this will be a video for you guys to watch if you guys are interested in to find out 9 ways how to stay focused while dating. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first one is don't get attached before 3 months, okay? So this one is super important because we do like to get attached to the person we are dating. You know, it's very normal. We have feelings, and with us girls, we're very attached to our emotion side. But I advise you guys, when you're meeting someone and you're getting to know them, and you're dating and whatnot, and you're spending time with them, do not get attached before 3 months, okay? So it's very easy to get attached, so I'm just going to tell you a few things of how to not get attached. So when you're dating and getting to know someone, make sure you're always detached, and that is basically you distracting yourself while you're getting to know someone. Just because you're getting to know someone and you're dating that person and you're spending a lot of time with them does not mean you get to lose yourself, okay? You need to find balance. You have to find ways to get to know that person, but as well make sure you have all your priorities straight and you spend time with yourself and you focus on yourself, and that way you will detach and you won't be so clingy to the person. And it's really important you don't get attached between 3 months, because I always used to have this rule when I was dating. When you meet someone, it could either go wrong in the first, second month, or around the 3rd month. If it doesn't go wrong and you're still with that person after 4 months, that's when you know you found the right one. So try not get attached. Try to, you know, distract yourself and just practice detachment while you're getting to know someone. It's just so important because your feelings will get hurt. You will be an emotional wreck when you just start to meet someone and then you start getting attached to them and then they start to be the person that you didn't think they were, and it's just not a really good outcome. So yeah, remember that rule. Do not get attached before 3 months. Around 3 months, you're secure. You can do whatever you want at that point. Text all day long, okay? You have a life. Just because you're getting to know that person and you're spending time with them and you like them or whatever, you have a life. It doesn't mean you have to text them all day long. If you do that, you're basically showing to that guy that you don't really have a life and your whole life revolves around them, okay? You have work. You have things to do. You have priorities. You have kids. You have people to see. You have things to see. You have places to be. Do whatever you gotta do. Distract yourself, motivate yourself, reach your goals and your potential, but do not speak to the guy all day long. It's just gonna give him signs that you're all on him and your whole life revolves around him, and that's not the sign that we're trying to give, especially if we're just trying to get to know them and they're very, very new to our lives. So yeah, just don't text them all day. And I feel like what you can do is when you do get to know them, you can text them, like, say for example, you can text them good morning and then couple hours just leave, and that's when you focus on yourself and you do your work or whatever. And then around 5 or 6 you can go back and talking to them, and then you just don't speak to them until the night. But me personally, what I like to do is I like to say good morning, and I like to send a little cute message to say, listen, hi, good morning, enjoy your day at work or whatever you is doing, and I will talk to you later. So I do whatever I have to do throughout the day. That's even like spending time with my friends, my family, my child, get his priorities straight, or working, whatever. And then what I do is when I go home, the minute I get into my bed, when I've done my skincare and everything, and I get into my bed and I'm on my phone, that is when I start to talk to him, and we literally, like, we basically speak about what we've done, and we have so much to catch up on. If you basically speak to the guy the whole day, you have nothing to talk about in the night. You basically have nothing to even, like, catch up on and tell him how your day was, because you basically be speaking to him all day. So that's just how I like to do it. You don't have to follow these rules, but I do recommend it, especially if you are literally so brand new to this person. So don't go all day talking to him. Leave there to be mystery. And by the end of the day, when you're literally in bed, exhausted from your long day of work, at least you have things to talk about with him. Number 3, look at actions and not words. I cannot describe, like, I can't even begin to describe how important this is. When we get caught up in a guy so much, we always listen to the words they say and not really the actions they do. And it's super important. To know if a man is really serious about you, you don't believe in his words. You believe and you look at the actions. Because a man can easily say, you are beautiful and you are mine. But are you really his? Is he really being loyal to you when he's not with you? So you need to look at his actions, you need to look at his body language, and you need to see if that compares to the words that he is saying to you. If he says, you are mine and I'm completely serious about you, okay, does he match to what he's saying? Does he see you consistently? Does he pop up every single day? Does he spend time with you? Does he show you that he's into you and he's serious, like asking questions about your family and your likes and your dislikes? Match the actions to his words, and then that way you'll know he is seriously serious on you. If he's just saying a bunch of words like you're beautiful and you mean the world to me and this and this and this, but he's not really showing it to you, he's not aligning it with his actions, then he's definitely playing you. So make sure you listen to his actions and his body language and how he moves towards you and how he is towards you, instead of the words that he's saying. Because anyone can say anything, it doesn't mean anything. I can say to someone, for example, that I trust you, but really and truly I don't trust you. So don't believe in their words, always look for the actions. Number 4, remind yourself always you don't know him or slash her. So if you're getting to know her, you're getting to know him, whatever, just always remind yourself you don't know that person, okay? This person is a complete stranger to you. You don't know them. You don't know them from inside and out. So they could be they could portray themselves as a lovely person, but really and truly they're like the worst person ever. That's also when you go out and you date them and you find out what they're like, and you know their dislikes and your likes and stuff. So it's really important. And this is basically like the talking stage and the dating stage is basically, this is the time for you to actually get to know each other. And you always just need to remind yourself, you don't know them, okay? You don't know them. So don't trust easily because you don't know them. You know, any person can be really nice in the start and then they start changing up, and then you get to see like who they truly are and their true colors start to come out. So just always have in your head when you're getting to know this person or going on dates, you don't know them, they're a complete stranger. So that's obviously why we have boundaries, to protect ourselves, and we have that wall to protect ourselves because we don't know them. 5, don't get over invested, okay? Yes, this person is really nice. Yes, he treats you like a queen. Yes, he's amazing. But don't get over invested, because when you do that, you tend to forget yourself, and then emotions start piling up, and then you might actually get hurt at the end. Like I said in the previous, we don't know this person. They can literally be a psycho for all we know. So in the beginning, when you're starting to get to know them, don't be too overly invested, because if you invest so much in them, you're going to end up realizing their true self, and then that's going to hurt you, and you're just going to regret everything you've done. And also leave a little mystery, because if you invest too much in them, you're giving away too much too soon, and you're being too easy, and it just gets boring, and then the guy doesn't really need to work for anything or chase for anything, because you've given him everything, and you've basically shown him that from the early stages you guys have gotten to know each other, that you're already invested in him. So don't be too invested in him. Let him have a little mystery there. Let him know that you don't know about him yet, and you're still figuring him out. Okay. Number 6, bring back focus to yourself. This is basically similar to all of the other stuff that I've been talking about. Focus on yourself, okay? Just because you're getting to know someone and you like someone and they're treating you like a queen or whatever, it doesn't mean you lose the focus on yourself. You know, relationships, even if you're married and you're in a relationship with someone, it doesn't mean you lose yourself. It doesn't mean, okay, cool, I'm in a relationship, I'm married to this person, I have to forget about myself and be all about him. No, we are individuals. So regardless of the love that we have and the time we spend together, you still have to focus on yourself. You still need to put work in yourself. You still can go after what you want and your dreams and your goals. Does not mean it's all about him. Like, that means that you have basically no life and you don't have no respect to yourself. So always put focus back in yourself, and while doing that, it obviously brings in detachment, and it always reminds you and makes you stronger, and you will fully be the person where like you can be in a relationship and be attached to someone, but also be detached and always like just doing things for yourself. So always bring back focus to yourself. Number 7, don't dream about fantasies about them, okay? When you're getting to know this guy, do not think on the first date that he will be your husband. Don't be stupid. Like, I used to do this, and now I'm like what the hell? Like, seriously, like, this is so dangerous to the point where some people actually get in their Lulu land and they fantasize so much to the point where, like, they can actually hurt themselves and make really dumb mistakes. This man is not he might not be your husband. He literally might just be a lesson that God sent in your life for a reason. You don't know him from nowhere, okay? So do not fantasize that he might be your husband on day 1. Do not plan your wedding on day 1. Do not plan to have kids. Do not name your Seriously, wake up. This is the real world. Just get to know him. Make sure you know who he is, how he treats you, what's his values, what's his morals. Is he family orientated? What does he like? Can he support you in the long run? Is he good with kids? That's the things you need to be focusing about if that is your goal with him. But do not think about your wedding, your kid names, what your kids would look like. Don't think about that unless you know 100% you guys are going to be together and you're serious and you're secure. So other than that, do not fantasize, because everyone does this and they end up getting hurt. Seriously, wake up. Just get out of the Lululand and remember that you don't know him. And that's that. Number 8, I think, ask the right questions, okay? You need to ask the right questions in order to know who the hell you are dealing with, okay? If you don't ask the right questions, you'll never know. And if you don't ask the questions, you will never know. So, like, questions are really simple, and I think I made a video about this on my channel, and I will do another one again if you guys want me to. The questions that if you are basically meeting someone, and there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can meet someone and like you're not really interested in them, so you just want to have a fling. If that's what you want, go for it. I don't judge. Me personally, I'm a mom, I have a child, and I want to get married one day. So if I'm dating someone, and when I do go on dates, I like to know the guy, and I like to ask questions as much as I do like to listen. But I do like to ask questions because I want to get the answers for myself, like I do a bit of my research. So I like to ask them about their family, you know, the family background. Are they close to their mom, their parents, their siblings? Do they have like do they have a large amount of family? I want to know about their morals, their beliefs. Are they family orientated? Because I'm very family orientated. Do they want kids? How many kids do they have? Do they have kids? What's your job background? What you know, just stuff like that, because that's what I'm serious about. And if I feel like, if I want to know if we align and our futures can connect and we can actually build a family together in the future, then I need to be asking those questions. So ask questions that's relevant to what you want in him and what you want to see from him. And that way you'll get to know him more, and then you'll start to understand. Because more time when you ask him questions, you actually realize, wow, like this guy is not who I really thought he is, and that's not really what I want in my future. So ask questions, and don't be afraid to ask questions, okay? Never be afraid to ask questions. At the end of the day, you don't know this guy from nowhere, so whatever you say, you don't need to be embarrassed. You're basically asking anything you want, because at the end of the day, you are trying to get to know him. You're interviewing him. You are the prize. So remember that. 1, don't sabotage yourself or block your blessings, okay? When you are about to meet your date or whatever, and you feel a little bit nervous, or you're like, I don't know if I should go on this date. If you generally have an instinct that you should not go on this date, then don't go on this date. Always trust your instinct. They are always right. But sometimes we tend to just have a little of emotions and butterflies, and we get a little nervous, and that sometimes wrecks the moves we tend to make in the future, which is really bad, because A, it's sabotaging, and it's also blocking our blessings. Honestly, it's completely fine. Have a little glass of wine if you drink, or, you know, just freshen up, put your favorite perfume on, make yourself comfortable in order to step out and meet your date. And try not to sabotage and block your blessings, because a lot of people sabotage their ways getting through dating, and it really does mess up their potential in finding someone. And it's completely normal. Dating sometimes can be scary. It's not fun sometimes, because you're so nervous and you don't know this person, so it can be a bit anxious. But as long as you know exactly who you are, and as long as you have the mindset that if I'm going to meet him, I'm only going to see what he's like. Other than that, I don't really care. I don't have anything to lose, because if I don't like this person and the date went horribly went, I can still leave with my dignity and then move on to the next. That's the mindset you need to have. So don't sabotage it. Don't block your blessings. You know, it can also come with icks. Some guys have really bad, like, the way they move to women, and then that can give you the biggest ick. But certain little icks might be the biggest ick to you, and then you could be like, oh my god, he just gave me the maddest, biggest ick ever. I'm not going on this date anymore. Don't do that. Like, don't get too caught up in texting or in the calls. See him in person. In person is so important. You actually get to see them, the body language, how they move, how they talk, how they treat you. So don't think too much about the ickiness. Don't think too much unless you're actually like face to face with this person, because that's when sabotaging and blocking your blessings. And trust me, there's been a lot of people in the past where they said no to someone, and they actually ended up regretting it, and they sabotaged and blocked their blessing with someone they could have had a potential with. So try not to get too invested in that. and just focus on the important stuff. That's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope this video was a bit helpful to you guys. Like I said, you don't need to follow anything that I'm saying if you don't want to, but this is just advice for the girls that want to follow it. These are just like the main kind of like tips that you need for dating, just important ones. Sometimes we do tend to lack and we forget while we're dating, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like on my channel. Let me know what you want to see from me on the comment below, and I shall see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.